Hello, Pikmin friends and family. Welcome back to the Sea Hag Plays. This is our Throwback Thursday that I am recording this on, and I am playing Pikmin. This is part 11. Today I have 19 parts total so far. I am at day 12, and we just did a top-up of our Pikmin from the first area called the Impact Site. I did bump up a bunch of my Pikmin, so I now have a healthy amount of each. Unfortunately, I did lose about 30 blues in my Pikmin farming, but that is just a very bad gaming error on my part. So here we go. We're going to Distant Spring. This is our first time here. Today is going to be primarily prep work with, I hope, a couple parts. But the first day I land somewhere, I usually don't prioritize parts right away, because the more doors I can open initially, the faster I will be able to get to all those extra parts. And that way, that allows me to do a 4 or 5 part day if I'm really pushing for it. So here we are on this beautiful, beautiful place. There is one piece that is super easy to get. I'm going to show you guys right now. You don't need a ton of Pikmin. It is literally just a walk over. This is actually something that I discovered on my last playthrough of this game, because I genuinely didn't know this path exists. I would always take what is basically the hardest route to get to this piece. Usually involving the deaths of many a Pick child. I love these Pikmin. They are expendable because you can make more so much, which I know is probably a little heartless of me to say, but they're pixels, animated, and they may be adorable, but they're not real. So essentially you run these across, and they push right up against the wall, all the way over. Now this is the tricky part, because they don't always quite like to listen, so you kind of gotta be careful with how you put them on. And here we go. Boom. Amazing. Now, as you can see, something that's notably different, there is a crap ton of water in this map. A buttload of water. And there are, if we look at this map, we got this one here, and that one way the heck out there. There. And there. So those are all water access only. So this is why I made sure to have an obscene amount of blue Pikmin for this playthrough, because I knew that would be a thing. We also do have upgraded baddies in this level, and quite a few of them actually. Unfortunately, we've got I think these are the Polywogs. The Wallywogs, I believe, are the silver ones. Silver gray ones, and these yellowy green ones are a lot stronger. They take a lot more to kill, and I believe they can jump with more weight on them than the Polywogs are, so they're a little bit harder to manage. But the exact same strategy you can use. You just bunch up your Pikmin, and then you swarm the hell out of them. Yeah, see, they can jump with people on it, which means I just lost 40 Pikmin. Oh. I have no idea why I'm not doing anything. Wow, that was horrible. I literally just froze. I literally, the Sea Hag, while watching that, went into like fight, flight, or freeze and just stopped reacting. That should never have happened. I want to make this very clear. That was a horrible play on my part. There is no way that one of those frogs should be able to take out 60 Pikmin like that. That was not a good play whatsoever at all. Especially when I just worked my ass off to get all kinds of extra Pikmin for this level. Knowing that the baddies were that much stronger, but yeah, that just should never have happened. That just... no. So something worth noting about these... Oh, shit. About these dudes is that, one, if you hit them in the air, they automatically die. Super good. We like that. That's a good thing. They also drown. Also good thing, because you can sometimes lure them into the water with a tasty Pikmin, and then they have no choice but to eat it. However, what is most annoying about them is not their voracious Pikmin appetite, because that is annoying, granted. What is really annoying about these bad guys is that they will actually eat your bridges. So if you spend a day setting up your bridges, it's actually very possible that the next day you can come back and have them completely destroyed. That's not fun. It's really not fun. So this is actually a fairly important little area of the map. Unfortunately, it has the red and black bulb orbs, and as you can see, or bulbaxes, and as you can see, it actually, well, it just travels in the water. I did not know that. It's actually a lot stronger than the red and white polka dot variety that we are used to seeing up until this point. So it means that when I kill that, I likely will lose more Pikmin as well. Do I want that to happen? No, I do have blue Pikmin. They're not strong, but I should, in theory, be able to take them out with minimal losses. You do have to take a different strategy with the black and red ones. The white and red ones you can kind of just swarm. These ones are better if you actually throw them on their back, because they'll just keep attacking, and then every time they do a shake animation, it slows down their turn a bit. But then, of course, they go munchy, 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 and can take a big breath. So when they're eating your Pikmin, that is when you swarm them as best as you can. It's hard to come out of it unless you have red Pikmin on the positive. Yeah, see, that was not good. I lost so many little beans. So many. I know you guys can't see my face because for this series, I'm actually prioritizing gameplay over Sea Hag. Eventually, I will be streaming some games with my face in it. Just at the beginning, I really wanted to, when doing these throwback games, these retro games, I really want to let them shine for what they are. The graphics aren't always the best. Obviously, they're mostly going to be GameCube and N64 games that I'm playing, but they are still very high-quality games in my opinion, and I adore them. Okay, so there's a couple things that's going to come up right now. There's this big flying elephant dude. It is the air version of the angry fire Poombas, as I call them. Actually, a follower of the stream called them, and I loved it, so I'm keeping it. And they fortunately can't kill your Pikmin, so that's one benefit. But they can blow the flowers right off them, and they really disorient your Pikmin. So the main issue that I have with them is that there's a really good chance that, for example, if I'm trying to engage, which I'm going to have to anyways, with this angry, grumpy Bulbox here, who I just freaking hate, there's going to be this floating dude following me around. Now, fortunately, they're designed to that any Pikmin can get up on them. I think in Pikmin 2, you have to fight somewhere you can only use, I want to say, yellows. And of course, here's the issue. They summoned, or they brought in and killed a Pikmin. Good, thank you. But they do like to stay just out of reach. So you do have to kind of be on top of them. And see, it automatically puts them to sleep and blows the flowers off. So then the problem with this is you have to kind of coordinate calling your dudes back. and getting on the elephant again. Now, it does give me a bunch of pellets, so that is helpful. Lose Pikmin. And they do have a habit of just blowing everybody everywhere, so it's kind of annoying. Okay. Oh, God. The red and black ones are actually pretty relentless. So you really do have to kind of... So those are little pop rocks that bring up nectar, so the moment you walk close to them, you're picking. Oh, this did not do enough damage right away. Oh, it did. Okay. So now this gives me some choices. I can... I don't know what I want to prioritize. I want to prioritize parts. That's what I want to do. Alright, so this is a evil frog that I'm hoping will not kill everything. Because I absolutely hate having to start from scratch again. And of course I couldn't even whistle at my Pikmin at that point. And so now I have lost 45 Pikmin, and this fucker has joined the party. And even though it's dead, it will still drop and kill your Pikmin, so I just lost over half of the blue Pikmin that I had out. And this stupid fly is attacking me. This is really not a good day for me at all. This is just not... I'm not getting the pieces I want. I'm not getting... I'm like losing Pikmin that I can't afford to lose to creatures that don't usually cause me a problem. So this is really not a good day. I went from almost 200 Pikmin to... actually over 200 blue Pikmin to now well below that number. Because this was actually the second wave of Pikmin I got from the onion. Let's just do as much damage control as possible. Pull out, I guess, enough. God, you guys can't see my face, but I'm actually really fucking frustrated right now. This happens to be probably what will go down as most likely one of my worst Pikmin runs since purchasing this game when it released. This is actually just fucking garbage. And of course nobody likes streamers who talk down to themselves and whatnot, so I'm going to try not to do that going forward much more. This has been an incredibly frustrating day because I have lost, I think, over 100 blue Pikmin now when I cannot afford to lose 100 blue Pikmin, period. Especially on this level because, as you have seen, there is so much water to this level and there's so many puzzles that directly involve these Pikmin that losing the Pikmin is not a loss I can really afford to make right now. And I definitely do not want to spend another day going back to the impact site getting more. I think it's pointless at this point, not even to see the really cool extra bad guy, though I will do a bonus day if and when we get there. How did I lose? I'm very confused with that. This literally can have 20 people on it, and it's just like, we're good. Like any GameCube game, N64 game, they are far from perfect, but they are damn good. So I haven't even been able to make up my losses, and I pretty much exclusively have leaf Pikmin now. Those Pollywog Wollywog things, the frogs have been the #1 killer of my Pikmin, I think, up to this point. They're usually not that hard to deal with, but for whatever reason, I'm just not doing it as well as I should be. It happens. Even experts at games have bad days. So I'm just going to use the rest of my day as best as I can to do a little bit of prep work for tomorrow. Where am I missing these two? And of course, the flying bug planted 2 of my Pikmin on the other side of the wall, so I can't even get them. Might as well just go to sunset. If I wasn't streaming this, I would probably actually go back and redo this day, because those losses are pretty unacceptable for Pikmin for me. And even though I've said a couple times that I feel like Pikmin are expendable, just because you can get more fairly easily, it is frustrating when you have to do that when you have such a lead in game, like I do currently. And it's not really worth the later in the... Oh no, I left one. The later in the game it gets, the less relevant it is to go back to that first place. Oh, I thought they were planted. Damn. And you can actually see that trajectory, unfortunately. Now, because I did wipe out a bunch of the dudes in the first time through, there will be a significantly less amount of those initial baddies. The flying elephant is gone. The 3 bullbaxes should be gone, which is actually really, really good for me because I need bombs. And that's actually... Oh! So here's something that hasn't really come up yet. Your Pikmin have this wonderful ability to essentially regen themselves if they're already flowers. It is not a guarantee, it is a small chance, because as you can see, I did lose quite a few last time, and actually I am going to go venture out into the water first, because I really want to get the water shit just sort of done with. But I was able to bounce back a bit with the bodies. I find when you're between 150 to 200 Pikmin, you can get them back. Actually, I need to do one more thing. Thank you, folks, for tuning in. Yeah. Thank you, folks, for tuning into this episode of Sea Hag Plays, whatever part I'm on. I just had so many Pikmin die, and we're going to start a new day, get a fresh day going back at the second last level. So thank you for tuning in. Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe and comment down below the games that you would like to see played on